Hey, fantasy football fans, want to gain a last-minute advantage over the teams you play this week? Don't forget to check out Ken Zales' Fantasy Football Notebook on PressBoxOnline.com, presented by Chesapeake Urology Associates. And welcome back to Inside PressBox. Well, you've been hearing him for years on ESPN Radio 1300 AM, and you can read him at terptalk.com. But now he's also expanded his broadcast into the D.C. market as well, doing Terp Talk DC Saturday mornings on the big talker over there, 1580 AM. That's Bruce Posner. Bruce, welcome back to the show.
Always a pleasure, Stan.
Tell us a little bit, this football season, we'll get to basketball in a minute. I feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for guys a lot of times in sports, but Coach Etzel, you just can't imagine what he's gone through with these injuries.
It's been tough, and and even Coach Etzel would be the first to say he feels sorry for the players.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them, of course, Demetrius Hartsfield, the senior. Maybe he moves on, misses the end of the season. The team was doing great. They were at 4-2, and then the injuries just started to explode on them.
It's absolutely unbelievable.
There's no defining when you have number 31 playing quarterback.
Yeah. But there has been improvement this year, despite all of the injuries, despite the fact they'll be hard-pressed to win the rest of the way out, but there has been improvement. This is not like last year.
Well, at one point they were 4-2.
Right.
And there were a couple games along the way they could have won. Boston College scored at the end. They had UConn on the ropes. And you got to remember, when all is said and done, their starting quarterback was going to be C.J. Brown.
Right.
And the kid had a lot of talent, and he was a redshirt sophomore, junior, and he would have been a big plus. And next year, we're going to come back with about seven
quarterbacks. Right, exactly.
So, I mean, they'll be fine.
Hey, one player who I'm wondering, he decided to come back, he rolled the dice, is Kenny Tate. What kind of year has he had? Has he helped his possibilities?
Kenny Tate's a pure athlete, and he's had playing a different position. Of course, he was supposed to do it last year. He got injured,
right.
Came back again. You don't know, Stan. I can't answer. I mean, to me, he's made some big plays. He's been involved in a lot of tackles, a lot of situations. I think that there could be a future for him.
All right. I'm actually excited with Coach Etzel's progress this year. I'm looking forward to next year. But
his recruiting is the key.
Is the key, and he's been very successful, highly successful the last 2 years recruiting. But one guy who has turned things around rather quickly, and I can't imagine any kind of situation where he'd have those kind of devastating injuries, is Mark Turgeon. Tell us a little bit about your perception of the job he's done so far.
Well, all you had to do was watch the Kentucky game. This was a Maryland team that out-rebounded them 54-38. They were in the game. They were down by 15. They came back. They took the lead, albeit a few turnovers. They would have won. This team, the future is now. That's what I wrote in my blog. The future is now. Turgeon's 10 men deep. When you're 10 guys deep, a lot of things can go wrong. Guys can have a bad game, and you have answers. You have guys to go to. You're going to see that with Mark. You're going to see that with Maryland as the season goes on. I do believe the ACC, of course, Duke and Carolina, NC State looks great, but Maryland is going to be in that top echelon of the ACC. And with the addition of Des Wells, when this young man got the approval, as he should have, to be able to play, this team is on the verge of taking off. Turgeon will get the job done. Everybody at Maryland loves Turgeon.
And that's what Michael Amf writes in this month's PressBox that came out, making his mark. I got to ask you one question. Will Mark Turgeon and Randy Etzel be working for an ACC team next year or the year after that? Rumors in the last minute we have with you, rumors of Maryland's seeding from the,
Stan, I'm going to say,
yep.
I've got, and this is 100% as of, remember, this is Wednesday, so
right.
Between Wednesday and Saturday, who knows what can happen. But I don't have any knowledge of that. If it's being done quietly behind closed doors.
Well, that's the way it would happen.
That's the way it has to happen. Yeah. Who knows, the fiscal rumors you hear make you think maybe it could happen, but as of this second, we're an ACC team. And I don't know anything else. Do you like it
as an ACC team, or would you understand and appreciate it?
I love it as an ACC team. I love the new ACC. But, if you're talking about a tremendous inflow of money and fiscal, stability, I can understand why maybe they're listening.
He's the Terp Talk guy on ESPN 1300, my friend. We'll get a look at the softer side of the University of Maryland, their football team, after these messages. Inside PressBox is brought to you in part by Glen Burnie Transmission, your dealer alternative for transmission repairs. Save hundreds of dollars off dealers' prices. Financing and free towing are available. Call Mark at GBT today and ask for the PressBox special for more savings.